What's up, everybody? J Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire, as always. Spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Say it with me. Football, basketball, and boxing. All right, so we are on to football again. And I'm really looking forward to having this conversation because the NFC championship game for the NFL is taking place at 3 o'clock in Philly. My hometown team, the Washington Commanders, are on their way to Philly. Should be around 40 degrees on Sunday, which is cold, but that's football weather. At least it's not supposed to snow. Cloudy, but no chance of rain, at least according to the forecast right now. No rain or snow. Good football weather. Philly is a treacherous place to play. Those fans play no games. Their team is obviously the better overall squad. Outside of the quarterback position, you could very well, you have to admit, Philly's got the better O-line, D-line, better secondary, of course the better running back. Coach, I would say, now that's something to be talked about. Dan Quinn doesn't get enough credit, in my personal opinion. But they have the advantages in Philly, no question. Plus the home field. We come into them. This has been their division. Again, my Commanders are playing with house money. Brings back nostalgia to see these guys playing to the level that they're playing. And in this moment, I remember as a kid when the Washington football team was just as legit, more legit. So this is big time. Last week I told y'all, although I thought Detroit could win the game and would win the game, but I was going to be rooting for the Commanders, no question. At this point, Philly is the number one team between these two squads. I won't be surprised if they win, but I actually think the Commanders going to get this one. I'm picking the Commanders, as a matter of fact, for this one. Now, how do they get it done when I just told you everything that Philly's got going for them against us? Well, I think there's an advantage in coaching with the Commanders, meaning they're used to Philly. Their coach, the head coach for the Commanders, more so than Philly's used to them. What do I mean by that? They're in the same division, you probably thinking. Of course, they're used to each other. Yes, it's a division rivalry, but Philly's staff isn't quite used to this Commanders squad. They're used to the squad that won 4 games last year, that's been irrelevant, that they usually are a doormat for the Philadelphia Eagles. Not the squad with this young stud, Jaden Daniels, that's coached well by Dan Quinn, that playing with a lot of heart and energy and confidence. Not this squad that's got momentum on their side. They're not used to this squad. They got 2 games of tape to look at, really, this season. On the flip side, Dan Quinn, he's been in Dallas for several years now this year, so he's got the experience of this year playing against the Philadelphia Eagles and his years, the last several in Dallas, same Eagle squad, with the exception of the stud at running back. And that's the key. Saquon, the MVP candidate, if he goes for 200 yards, we probably lose. We need to try to keep him around 150 or less. And no matter how many yards he gets, he's got to work for him. If he's clipping off 6-7 yards a carry, having those 50, 60-yard outbursts, it's not looking good. We got to make him work for his. But more importantly, we've got to break their will like we broke Detroit's will. Detroit, I knew we broke their will when they stopped going for it on 4th, decided to kick field goals down the stretch. That ain't like Detroit. For Philly to get them to break their will, we're going to have to get them to not rely on their running game quite as much and put it in Jalen Hurts' hands. Now, I'm on record as saying Jalen Hurts is a leader. I like him as a leader and a quarterback and think he gets more grief from the sports pundits than he deserves. But he ain't Jayden Daniels. And I don't think he wins that battle even with his stud wide receivers he's got. And Philly's, they're a balanced attack, and their strength is their run game with Jalen Hurts too, and being able to combine that with the throwing. We need to get them throwing more, less running. And we do that by taking it to their neck immediately, keeping the score up. We've got to find a way to not make this a slow, methodical game, to put the pressure on them and move the football. I think we can do it. I think this game is going to be a game that might come down to the wire, but Jayden Daniels is used to that, and the Commanders are. I'm going to go with the score being 35-31 Washington, and it's going to be a good one. Man, I can't wait. The Commanders on their way to the Super Bowl. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm feeling. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know who you're looking for. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or get at me in the comments. Catch me on YouTube, Instagram, X, and TikTok. And if you got Facebook, join my group, J Heat Sports Media.